What's going on, guys? Criminal Justice here, and today we are back with another Subnautica Below Zero modding tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to install a little mod called Cheat Manager. And what this is for those out there who mod GT5 and LSPDFR, this is like the simple trainer for Subnautica Below Zero. That's what this is. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click the link in the description below. It's going to bring you to this page right here. Now, before anybody says anything about, oh, this is unsafe for my computer, it's saying it's a virus, if this is telling you on your computer that's a virus, there's two things you need to do. One, you need to disable your antivirus, or two, you need to make an exception for this because this is completely safe. I have downloaded this from this site, and it works just fine. It didn't harm my computer. There was no threats found, and my antivirus has been turned off, okay? Now, I want to show you guys how I got this link so you guys will know it's legit, okay? This is the original page for Cheat Manager Zero, okay? But this version of Cheat Manager Zero does not work any longer. However, if we scroll down in the comments right here, you will see this guy right here who goes by Vicana and says, hello all, I managed to make a working version of this, and he leaves the link right here, which is the page that we're on. And I will show you guys if I go to this, it's going to take us right to that page, okay? It's going to take us right to it. He said, I basically cloned to repo to my PC and had Gemini walk me through the steps to make it work because I don't know how to code. Seems to be working for now. I haven't tested all the features. Works for me, though. I commented and I said, thank you so much. At least someone was willing to do it. Some of these developers are becoming extremely lazy. Edit. I can confirm this works. Now, I came back and did the edit after I tested it out. Everything in this Cheat Manager, as far as I know, there may be a couple features that don't work, but most of it works. Like 99% of it works, okay? So I just want to show you guys that so you guys know it's legit and it's not any kind of virus. I can't stand when people come to my comment section saying, is this a virus? Why would I show you how to install a mod or any kind of thing like that if it was a virus? Why would I want to download it on my PC, let alone show you how to do it? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what you want to do, guys, is click download right here. Now, if you get this window, just close it. Don't pay attention to it. Then go up here to your little tab and click downloads. And right there it is. Cheat Manager Zero. If we open it up, and I'm going to show you guys because I downloaded it right from the site. I'm going to show you. We're going to close out of this. Let me get rid of the one on my desktop. I'm going to grab this and pull it out to my desktop. This is the one we just downloaded from that Mediafire, okay? All right, now you're going to go in and locate your Subnautica Zero directory. All right, I'm going to get mine up right here. Now, this is Subnautica Below Zero, not Subnautica, okay? See, I've got Subnautica here. This is my Subnautica Zero directory. All right, now the way you find that is you go into this PC. You're going to select the hard drive where you installed Subnautica Below Zero. Mine is going to be the iDrive, I believe, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common. Oh, that's not where mine is, but that's the pathway. So your pathway is going to be Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and then you're going to find Subnautica Zero. Not Subnautica, Subnautica Zero. We're going to open this up. All right, this is the one I've been modding with you guys. Now, we're going to open up the Cheat Manager Zero. Sorry, guys, it's on my other screen. Let me bring it over here. Now, this is going to go into our BepInEx and plugins folder. Now, if you don't have this in your directory, like this folder right here, BepInEx, go watch my very first tutorial on getting started on how to mod this game, okay? So, and I will link that here in the video. So, we're going to go to our main directory of Subnautica Zero. We're going to go to BepInEx, and we're going to go to plugins. And we're going to grab this Cheat Manager folder from the WinRAR, pull it into our BepInEx plugins folder, and drop it in. And we're going to refresh it, okay? Just like so. We're going to close out of this, get rid of that shortcut. We're going to go back, and we're going to close out. Now, the key to open up this menu, if you want to go ahead and do it and not watch the in-game showcase, because I'm going to take you guys in-game and show you how this thing works, because there's quite a bit to it. If you want to open it up, it's F5 to open it up, okay? With that said, everyone, let's go into game and let's check out this mod. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so it is showtime. So if you hit the F5 on your keyboard. Now, before we do that, let's go to our options. Go to our start pause menu. Go to options, and you're going to go down to the first mods tab, and you're going to see right here that here is your Cheat Manager Zero. In here, you can change the keybind to whatever you want. This F5 opens the window, F4 toggles the mouse pointer, okay? Now down here, you can enable info bar on top screen, which is that right there, which shows you like your FPS and stuff like that. If you want to enable it, you can. I leave mine unticked. This enables fragment tracker, which I believe is through your mineral detector or something like that, or maybe it's through your scanner building. But we're going to enable everything I tick, guys. I want you to tick it. So fast build, fast scan, fast grow, fast hatch. I just don't. If you want to do like and filter fast, make sure that's enabled too. That helps when you build your water filtration system. It helps your water to filter like 50 times faster. It's crazy how fast it does. But like down here, you can do like always day. You can do invisible, overpower health and oxygen. You can tick these if you want to. Down here, if you want your hunger and thirst to go a lot slower, then you would adjust it here. 10 is going to make it go down really fast. The lower the number, the slower it drops, okay? I keep mine on 2. Overpower multiplier, I keep this on 10. And we're going to tick this right here. Oh, yeah, let's not do that because that overpowers it. So we'll leave that the way it is, and we'll turn this all the way down. Okay, so with that said, let's exit out, all right? And let's hit the F5 on the keyboard. This is going to be a bit of a video because there's a lot to explain. Now, once you're in that window, if you cannot get your cursor to go over to it, just simply hit the F4 key and you'll see that pointer come up. And over here, you can select different modes of the game. For example, survival, you can do freedom, you can do hardcore, or you can do creative. When you click creative, it's going to select everything down here, like your fast build, fast scan. Fast build is like, it helps you to build your stuff faster. Fast scan, it makes your scanner scan much quicker. And I'm talking like it's instant. It's instantaneous. Like as soon as you pull the trigger, it's scanned and done. Fast grow is like when you plant things in your interior or your exterior grow beds, and it grows so fast, as soon as you plant them, they grow right there before your eyes in real time. Fast hatch is for your aquarium containment. So when you bring back like creature eggs and you drop them inside the alien containment, they will hatch before your eyes. That's what that's for. Filter fast, like I said, is for the water filtration system mainly. So when you build the water filtration system, what it does is it filters the salt water from outside in the ocean into your building and filters it to fresh water into bottles of water. And what that does is it filters it so quick that every time you empty the water out, it crafts another one right away. All right. No cost. What that is for is that allows you to build anything and everything without having to have the resources to do so. So, for example, if I exit out of this window by hitting the F5 key and I go over here, you're going to see I can craft literally everything. See that? Everything is available for me to craft, right? You can go gung-ho on this if you want to. That is one of the coolest things about this trainer. I love about it. I've used this feature a few times, but I don't use it a lot because I like to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. I have my own personal file where I went in there and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna build a personal file and just go nuts and build everything I can. And be aware that when you do this, it's going to unlock everything. Okay, so be cautious of that. Hit the F5 again, and let me back up just a little bit, and we're gonna hit the F4 to bring out our pointer. And over here where it says, now I'm gonna untick the no cost, and if it doesn't untick for you, go over to survival, okay? And that will untick that, and then you can select them individually just like this, okay? Now, no energy, that means that anything you use, anything you craft, your tools that require battery, if you click no energy, you will notice down here when I click no energy, the power on these go up. That means that any kind of tools that require batteries no longer require batteries when you click no energy, okay? But if you have it unticked, you will see that my energy drops a little bit, and they do require batteries now. So if you don't want to craft batteries, you don't want to use batteries for your stuff, you want your stuff to last forever, use no energy, okay? No survival, I haven't looked too much into that. That is ticked when you are on creative. So I think what that means is that you don't take any damage or anything like that. And there is a no damage cheat right here as well. You also have a no oxygen cheat. So let's hit the F5 again and exit out, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to exit out of the pod here. I'm going to exit out of the pod, and you'll notice that my O2, my oxygen, is not dropping. And that is from simply that no oxygen cheat right here. Now, if I untick that or go now, if it don't untick for you can go back to survival, and like I said, you can tick them individually. Some of them will tick, and some of them will not. But once it's back on survival and no oxygen is unticked, you will notice that my O2 is now dropping. Okay. Now, if I don't want my oxygen to drop, then I'll just put it on creative and let all that be ticked. But I'm going to go on survival. Invisible is what it says it is. It makes you invisible so creatures can't see you. Nothing can see you. Shotgun, I'm not too sure what this cheat is for. I haven't really used it much, so not too sure what that's for. No damage, you guys know what that is. That means you take no damage at all, no matter how many times you're attacked. You will take no damage at all whatsoever. Always day, this is a good one. And right up here you have your day, night, unlock all, clear inventory. Be careful with that clear inventory, because if you have all of your tools in your inventory and you click that, it's going to not only clean them out of your inventory, but it's going to take them away from you, and you'll have to craft them all over again. Okay, so be careful with that. Let me go back to this down here. Unlock doors. This means unlock every door in the game that's locked and sealed. It'll unlock those. Not too sure what ENCY all is. I haven't clicked it yet, and I don't plan to because I don't know what it is. Again, these are different game modes you can have here. This will turn your oxygen off. So let's go back into the pod here. Let's go back into the pod, and let me click my F4 for my pointer, and I'm going to put mine on survival. This is usually the mode I play on, is survival. And if I want anything else ticked, I will use it. The main things I use on this trainer when it comes to the toggle commands here is what I use is I use survival, and I'll use fast build, fast scan, fast grow, fast hatch, and filter fast. That's all I use. I don't use no cost, I don't use no energy, and I don't use no oxygen. The only time that I will tick this one right here, this is no oxygen, is if I'm deep in the water and I have to go really deep and I don't have the air to get down there, and I don't have enough time to get back up to get air. That's the only time I use that. Now, as far as these right here up here at the top, let's go back outside the pod real quick, and you're going to notice that I'm going to go above the water so we can see what's going on. I'm going to hit my F4 again, and if I click no weather, okay, it's going to clear that weather right up. Okay, now if I untick that, the weather's going to come back. Now, if I click night, it's going to go to nighttime. If I click day, it's going to go to day. Now, if you want it to always be day, just click always day, and it will stay on day forever. Now I want to keep this in mind, guys. These changes do not save. So when you every time you exit the game and you come back in, you're gonna have to do all these settings again, because for some reason they did not make it to where these changes would save with the save of your game. And I might mention it to that guy who redone this mod, where we downloaded it from, and see if he can possibly do something to make it to where these changes take effect when you save the game. So that would be good. In my opinion, I think that's the way it should be done. You know, when you make changes like this in a trainer, you know, kind of like we do on Simple Trainer for GTA 5, when we make changes and we save it to the trainer, it saves. And maybe that's what he needs to do for this, is maybe put like a save option in here where it will save our changes, and we don't have to do it every time we come back into the game. So I'm gonna leave that on always day for right now. Now, if you don't want always day on, and you want to adjust the nighttime and daytime speed, you can do that right here. Okay, so setting day night speed to 0.1. I think the higher the number, the quicker the days and nights go by. So we'll see. I'm gonna put it on 2, and we're gonna find out here. Let's go back in. Well, let's just stay out here for now. Let's stay out here for now, and I'm going to put mine. Let me get O2 real quick and fill it back up, and then I'll click my no oxygen. Okay. Now let me click my no oxygen if I can get my pointer up. Right here. The no ice worm. If you guys have not seen the ice worm yet over by Fire Robotics Center, that's what this is. This pretty much tells you can click that and the ice worm will be completely gone from the game. That's what that is for. Also, notice how my temperature on my body is dropping right there. You can put resist cold, and it may not do it on this mode. You may have to be in creative. Let me see. Yes, you got to be in creative, or maybe it's freedom and you can tick it. No, it's definitely creative. So if you go to creative, it will keep you from freezing to death. It'll keep your temperature from dropping. I want always day on. I really want to know what that shotgun mode is for. If you guys know what that's for, let me know in the comments below, because I have no idea what it means. So yeah, it looks like maybe the higher the number, the longer. Oh, wait a minute. Let me untick this. Okay, so we're going to see what these numbers represent. I think the higher the number, the quicker the days and nights go by. Let me see how fast the moon is. Yeah. So let's try moving that number down and see what happens to that moon. Okay. So the lower the number, the longer the days and nights last. The higher the number, the quicker they go by. So I'd put mine around like probably like 0.5, just so the days and nights would be kind of evened out. All right. So the next thing that we are going to check out is going to be down here below the day and night speed, which is going to be the categories right here. Now, the first set of categories we have is vehicles, okay? Now, down here, you can, when you click these, it will spawn them, okay? It will spawn them. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do a save real quick, because I'm not going to want all these vehicles spawned after I spawn them, so I'll just make sure to, reload the game or whatnot. But I'm going to do a couple of saves here, and I'm going to show you guys here that you can spawn these vehicles. So we're going to hit, let's hit F5. I'm going to go to a deeper part of the ocean to do this. And if you want your Sea Glide to go a little faster, under the vehicles categories, just click Sea Glide Fast. Down here, you can adjust the speed of your prawn suit. And I don't know if the Snow Fox works yet. It hasn't worked before, but this is your Snow Fox speed. Yeah, so this one still does not work. You can also select Snow Fox move on water, so to move across the water for you. Now, when you select Sea Glide Speed Fast, keep in mind there's no way to adjust the speed of your Sea Glide. It gives you a default speed. So when I pull this out, let me show you the difference here. So if I deselect Sea Glide Speed Fast and I put my Sea Glide out, okay? This is kind of the default vanilla game speed of the Sea Glide, okay? All right, now let me put that away, pull up that window again, and if I select Sea Glide Speed Fast and then pull it back out, you're gonna notice I'm going a lot faster. A little bit faster, not a lot faster, but a little bit faster. All right, so I'm gonna go to the deepest part of the waters over here and show you guys that you can spawn these vehicles. All right, so we're gonna get rid of that. Now I'm gonna do a couple of more saves right here, because I don't want to keep these vehicles once I spawn them. I just want to get rid of them, so I'll just reload the game once I'm done telling you guys about this menu. So let's go back to the menu, F5 and F4 to activate your pointer. Now, if you go here, okay, and you click on, let's say you want a prawn suit, okay? Let's say that you want a prawn suit. Click that. There's your prawn suit right there, okay? There it is. All right, and that's going to start. Now, be careful when you spawn that, because as you guys can see, it's going to fall on me. And, it works, man. You can, there's your storage back here. There's your storage in it right there. I don't know that it comes fully, with upgrades or not. Yeah, it does not come with upgrades. But you can hop in it, and it works just fine, just like anything else, So, let me hop out of this. And again, we're going to go back into that menu, and we're going to hit F5, F4, and we are going to now spawn the, you can also spawn all your modules for your sea truck right here. See that? So if I go and I spawn, say, like the sea truck, there it goes right there, and it instantly spawns it. It's instantaneously. You don't have to wait on nothing. All right? Now, if, let's say we want to get the fabricator module for it, all right? We'll go ahead and spawn that real quick as well. Now, you might want to move to a different spot when you do that, so it doesn't do what it just did to me. You can pilot it like this. Let me pilot this. And it will, okay, there we go. I thought it was going to mess up for a minute. So we're gonna connect this to the back of the sea truck. If I can get it, man, I really messed that up, didn't I? Like this. It's going to connect, and there's your module, man. There's your module. The sea truck does not come with upgrades. You have to craft those, of course. You have 4 slots. I will show you how to get more slots for your sea truck as time goes on. Let's tilt it back up and let's turn them lights off. There we go. As you guys can see, it works just like any of the sea truck. Your fabricator module's right here. There it is. Oh, we've still got no cost on, don't we? Yeah, let me deactivate that because I don't use that setting. So let me just go back to creative. I wish you could select no auction on I'm sorry, go back to survival. I wish you could select no auction on survival. I kind of don't. I just kind of don't like that. I wish there was a way to select that on each mode. Sorry about that, guys. That's my alarm going off. Sorry about that. So yeah, I wish there was a way to select that on survival. But there's just... So, okay, now we got no cost turned off. Okay. So, let's go back outside the sea truck here. One mod I think they need for this game is a level mod, like inside the sea truck. So when you pilot it, it shows you in front of you if the sea truck is parked level or not, like if it's sitting flat or sitting angled. And I think they need a mod for that. I think that'd be a really cool mod. So let's hop out of this. I want to make sure that I don't save because I don't want to keep these vehicles. Also, we'll go back into the menu here, F4, and you can, again, you can spawn all your modules right here. There's a teleportation module, storage module. I'll spawn one more module here, and we'll do something cool. We'll do like the aquarium module. So we'll spawn that, right? And there's your aquarium module. And again, you would just grab this and you would connect this to the back of the other module, just like so. Just like that. And I'll be doing tutorials on how to, you know, hook up your module and all that in the near future. I'll be doing tutorials on that. But that's how you spawn vehicles right there, guys and girls. You can spawn literally any vehicle you want. So let's go back towards the base here. Let's go back towards the base. I'm gonna go back over here and explain the rest of this to you. Now, if for some reason, if you're coming in the nighttime the way it is right now and you want daytime, you can always just go up there and click either day, or you can click always day and it'll be on always day. I'm gonna leave it on always day for right now for the sake of this tutorial. So let's pull that menu back up, hit F4, and oh, my pointer was already up. And now we're going to go over, since I've explained everything here, we're going to go to the tools tab, okay? Now, this is all your tools that you have, right? So your air bladder, your beacon, your flare, your flashlight, floating air pump, everything down here is, now I don't want to spawn this. Well, I guess I can because I'll just reload the game. But like down here, for example, if I want, say like, let me see, what do I not have? So the yeet knife, I don't have the yeet knife. So let me do that. Now see how that went right into my inventory? So we're gonna pull up our inventory, if I can get it pulled up. And right there is the yeet knife, which is the thermal blade. That's pretty much what it is, right? So if I put it here, and what the thermal blade does is it cooks fish for you on the spot. So if you want to eat a piece of fish in a hurry and you're on the go, you can just cut him with the blade like this. He's instantly cooked. And you can grab him wherever he went. Oh, maybe this is a different type of knife because maybe it disintegrates him. If I can ever... Okay, there he is. So see that? Now he's instantly cooked, and you can eat him, and you're good to go. All right, so that's what that is. But that's just an example, guys, of what... I'm not trying to show you a tutorial on the knife itself, but on what you can spawn here. Now, I have used this menu a few times to spawn beacons, just to get beacons real quick, because I use them a lot for tutorials on... I need to be on creative so my O2 doesn't go down. Yeah, so let me... okay, so I'm just showing you an example, guys, on
oxygen,
on what you can spawn and whatnot. Now, there's also another way to make your O2 not go down. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. If you go into your pause menu and go to options and go down to, what is it? A gameplay. Go to gameplay and convert to custom gameplay. And when you do this, it's going to disable your achievements, okay? So be aware of that. All right? Right here, you can disable your hunger and your thirst, which I'm going to do real quick. You can right here, auction depletes. You can untick that, and your auction will no longer drop, okay? So keep that in mind. Down here, you can technology requires power. That's the same thing as no power. Nothing requires batteries. But this is the kind of another little menu in here. You can come in here and adjust the day length, the night length, and all that. The weather frequency. This is not nothing to do with the trainer, but this is something that has to do with the trainer actually, because it has kind of the same features, right? So let's back out. All right, and let's go back into the game. And hunger and thirst off. I'm not sure why it's still on my screen though. Let's go back down and let's go back towards the pod here once again, and we're going to go back into that menu and I'm going to show you guys the rest of stuff. F5, F4 to get your pointer out. So this is pretty much just to spawn all of your tools. I'm not sure why I went off on that run. I just want to show you guys everything about the game. So down here you can do like your scanner, you can spawn a repair tool, a quantum locker, propulsion cannon, pathfinder tool. You can spawn literally anything you want as far as tools go right here. Now, if you want, say for example, if you want to unlock all your tools, you would go to tools, or if you want to unlock all vehicles, you go to vehicles and go up here and click unlock all.
Signal
all right.
Location uploaded to PDF.
All right, and that will unlock everything as far as vehicles go. Same thing with tools. Go to tools, click unlock all. All right. And then equipment, we're going to go over to equipments tab. This is your equipment tab. So for example, your booster tank, your cold suit gloves, you can spawn anything you want right here, guys. So just for craps and giggles, I'm going to spawn the cold suit gloves and the cold suit helmet and the cold suit, okay? All right, now if you go into, let me get moving here so I'm not freezing to death. So if I go into my inventory, you're going to see it's automatically equipped, right? Which it should be in yours, okay? Now the cold suit is really cool because it keeps you from getting cold so fast. So if I go back into my trainer, all right, I think resist cold is off. Yes, it is. So let me go back to survival mode. There we go. Now I think what I got to do is go back into my options menu and go to convert to custom gameplay. Okay, yeah, this is not affecting it at all. So keep in mind that every time you pull that trainer up and you change game modes, like for example, if I go to freedom and I go back to survival and go back to that menu and go to options, it's going to ask you to convert to custom gameplay mode every time, okay? So, and it just does that because that's what the trainer, when you're changing game modes about the trainer, it's changing the game mode inside that menu as well. So, just a little food for thought. But this is equipment right here, guys and girls. Let me go to creative so I know more about my oxygen. Equipment right here, but like I said, booster tank, cold suit. We did the cold suit. There's your fins. There's also ultra glide fins. For craps and giggles right here, we are going to do ultra glide fins, and I'll show you here. And again, they automatically equip themselves. Okay, that one did not. Okay, we got to equip those. Now your ultra glide fins, you're going to notice, are going to help you swim a little faster. They're going to help you swim a little faster. This feature right here is the booster tank that I have. But you're going to notice if you're swimming normal, your ultra glide fins are going to help you swim a little faster, okay? So keep that in mind. Let me get some O2 real quick. This is why I usually turn my O2 off when I'm in the game, because when I'm doing tutorials, because it's hard to waver the two of them. Now see, we've got everything off because everything's off in the trainer. So see how that works? If we go back to the trainer and then say we go to survival mode, all right, and then we go back in the options menu and convert to custom gameplay, you're going to see that everything is turned back on because that's what it is in the trainer. The trainer is basically a shortcut to this right here. But there's things in the trainer you can do that you can't do in this menu. For example, spawning vehicles, spawning modules, spawning your cold suits and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's just a shortcut, but the plus a lot more, a whole nother bag of chips. So equipment, this is all your equipment right here. Materials, this is all your materials. So like your copper ore, your aerogel, your benzene, your enamel glass, fiber mesh, anything you want. Just say if I want 2 gold, I can go like this. It'll give me 2 gold immediately. If I want nickel ore, right there's nickel ore. If I want silver ore, I can get it here. Titanium ingot, uraninite crystal. It's all here. Just keep in mind, if you have not found this stuff yet and you are putting it in your inventory, it's going to unlock it for you automatically as though you've already found it, okay? So if you want to find it on your own, I wouldn't suggest using that unless it's like materials that you've already discovered, okay? Let me see if there's anything else I need to show you. Yeah, so over to electronics. So this is going to be like your advanced wiring kit, your battery, your computer chip, copper wire, reactor rods, ion batteries, ion power cells, stuff like that. This is all electronics. And again, you can spawn these just by going like this, and they'll go right into your inventory. I'll show you what an ion battery and ion power cell look like. They're actually pretty cool. So if I go to the inventory, right, if I go to my inventory, the ion battery and power cell, the difference between regular batteries and regular power cells is they have 50 times the power. An ion power cell and ion battery have 100 times the power, so they last way longer, right? And I run ion power cells in like my sea truck and my prawn suit once they become available. And as far as batteries, all my equipment runs on ion batteries as well. So let's go back over to the menu. And let's go over to upgrades. Now this is very important right here, your upgrades. So all your upgrades for like your sea truck and stuff like that. So like your speed upgrades, this oxygen stuff is driving me a little bonkers here. All right, so let me go back over to my menu and let me select creative. There we go. And I think freedom has it too. I just wish you could select it on survival, but I kind of see why you can't. I get it. All right, so we'll leave it right there. So let's go back under the water so we can see a little better here. So upgrades, all right? Now this is going to be everything from your prawn suit upgrades to your sea truck upgrades, all right? Right down to your snow fox upgrades. So let's just say that I don't feel like crafting the upgrades for the sea truck and I want to get them real quick, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here down to where it says sea truck, and we're going to get the sea truck depth MK, oh, not the MK2. I should have got, oh, why did it fall on the ground? It should be going to my inventory. It should not have fell down there. Wait, did it go into my inventory? Oh, because our inventory is full. Okay, that's why it fell down. Well, at least it still spawns, so that's pretty cool. I don't know where the upgrade went. I don't know. I thought it might have fell down here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to save the game anyway. So let me go right here and let me empty some stuff out of my inventory, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's empty all this stuff out of our inventory that we spawned in. It's not going to matter. I'm not saving the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let me drop these out, and let me drop that knife. Okay, so there's a bunch of goodies right there. Let's go back into our menu. And so let's just say, for example, I don't feel like, crafting the upgrades for the sea truck, and I just want to get them as an easy grab, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the sea truck depth upgrade 3, which is the highest depth upgrade. I'm going to grab that. It's going to go to my inventory. As long as your inventory is empty, they'll drop in there. If not, they'll fall on the ground, as you guys can see. We're going to get the sea truck energy. We'll get the horsepower upgrade. And I think that's it. And we're going to get the energy efficiency for the sea truck. So, also, let's get the afterburner for the sea truck. Now, since we have that, let's go back over that sea truck that we crafted. All right, let's go back to the sea truck that we crafted. I thought I was on creative mode. Why is my oxygen dropping? Is it supposed to be dropping, or? Okay, so we're gonna go to the sea truck here, and you're gonna access the upgrades right here, and you'll just start putting those upgrades in there one at a time, like so. See that? And now you are able to go 1,000 meters. You have a sea truck horsepower upgrade and an afterburner upgrade. And I'll just show you. I'll do a tutorial on these, but I'm going to show you guys how it works real quick. So we get in, you'll now notice that in the bottom of your screen, you're going to have these that you can select right here, okay? Now, if I click that afterburner, you guys notice the sea truck's going a little bit faster than normal. If I click that afterburner, it's going to send me for a pretty good boost, right? All right. So let's go ahead and drop that right there, because I don't want to show too much about it, because I'm going to be doing tutorials on those. specific upgrades for regular tutorials for Subnautica Below Zero. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's pull our menu back up. And let's go, and that goes for the prawn suit over here as well, guys. So your prawn suit, claw arm, your MK2 depth module upgrade for it. All your upgrades for your prawn suit, your sea truck, and your snow fox are right here. You can spawn them right in your inventory, okay? Food and water, this is all your different types of food and water that you can spawn. So if I want to eat something real quick, let me do like, let's do a cook try-ops, all right? And let's say that I need to eat real quick. I'll spawn that in there. And I'll grab it. And, oh, yeah, my hunger and thirst is off right now. I'll have to change that real quick. Give me just 1 second, guys. Freedom should give me the option to select anything at all, but it just doesn't. It doesn't give me the option to select anything, so that's kind of weird. We'll go to survival. Let me go back into my menu, and you can see that I can eat that fish, okay? So, but yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. I really dig this this trainer here. It's got a lot of awesome potential, and I think it's got potential for more things to be added to it, such as a way to save your settings. I think that would be great. Right here is your loot and drill, so like your copper. Now this is a little different than your normal materials, okay? So let me. What am I stuck on something? I don't understand why I can't go forward. Okay, here we go. I couldn't go forward for a minute. Now, loot and drill, you got to keep in mind when you spawn this stuff, this is for the drill arm on the prawn suit. So when you spawn this stuff, it's going to spawn pretty huge. So if I click copper ore, it's going to spawn one of those. Crystalline sulfur, same thing. Let me turn this way a little bit and do it one more time. We can do such stuff such as kyanite. And sometimes, guys, these things will work and sometimes they won't, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I got to go back and then forward again. So yeah, sometimes it's spawn them and sometimes it doesn't. Like I said, not every little thing works in this trainer, but most of it does. Let's go right here and let's try to do something else. Let's try to do ruby. Okay, so there's the ruby. It works. Let's move this way, and let's try to do the salt deposit. There's a big chunk of salt deposit, big chunk of silver ore, big chunk of titanium, big chunk of uranium, uraninite crystal. It's all here, guys. There's lead. There's limestone chunk. I mean, this is all for the drill arm on the prawn suit. The only way to get this stuff is to have the drill arm on the prawn suit. That's the only way. That's the only way. And if you guys want me to, I will, I'll show you how it works real quick. So this is a good way to show you. If we go into our menu and we go back to our upgrades, we are going to spawn the prawn suit drill arm right here, okay? Now, let's exit out of the menu. Let's go back over to our prawn suit, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, and we'll come back and I'll show you how that works, exactly how that works. So let's grab our prawn suit that we crafted. All right, and let's go in here and let's open these upgrades and let's put that drill arm in there. Now I like my drill arm on this side, okay? I think that's the side it's supposed to be on. Nope, God, I always get it wrong. I always do it wrong every time. It's this side. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna jump in the prawn suit and we're gonna go over to where we laid that loot and drill at. I'm gonna show you how to do it. We're gonna go over and lay that loot and drill. If this thing will possibly go any faster. Actually, the way to fix this, you go into that menu and you go over to vehicles right here. Now it will move a little bit if you're inside the prawn suit. Using this trainer, it'll move around on you, the camera will. And we're gonna crank this prawn suit up to about 2.5. That's where I like it at, about 2.5 right there. All right, and you'll notice we can go a lot faster. I have no idea where I put that loot and drill at. I have no idea where I put it at. So we're just gonna spawn one, say like right here. So let's go back to that menu, hit F4, and go over to loot and drill, and let's spawn, say like that ruby, and that'll be it. Then we'll exit out of that. Now if you'll notice when you walk up and you got that drill arm, I'm gonna ask you to drill it, and that's what you're gonna do. And you just get a big chunk of, you know, whatever out of this. It's a big chunk of stuff, so. And keep in mind, if you don't have the mods to speed up your drill arm, it's going to take a while for your drill arm to to knock it all down. But this is what the drill arm does, and this is what the loot and drill is for. So you guys will notice it's all going back into the prawn suit as I'm drilling it. But it takes a while. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you guys get the point of it. Let me hop out of this. Yeah, if you guys go back to the prawn suit, if you want to see where that went to, all that ruby, it's in the prawn suit itself, okay? It doesn't go in your inventory. When you're drilling with the drill arm, it goes in the inventory of the prawn suit itself. So, dude, look at that. What is up with that drill arm? Why is it doing that? What is up with that, dude? What is up with that? Okay, that... Is it gonna... Okay, that fixed it. That was really weird. I've never seen it do that. Okay, so F5 for the window, F4 for the pointer. Herbivores down here, you can spawn like any type of herbivores, and I'll show you how to spawn them. But I'm gonna get on top of my I'm gonna get on top of something here so that I don't get viciously attacked. I'm sorry, not herbivores. The herbivores are friendly creatures. The carnivores are the ones you gotta worry about. So let's say if we wanna spawn a sea monkey, all right? There's the sea monkey swimming around right there, or a hoopfish school, just like that. You can do a titan hole fish right there. You can do a penguin, or you can do the baby penguins right here. There's the baby penguins. See that? Now, if we want to do a carnivore, okay? Let's say we want to do, what's the snowman? That's a carnivore? That's dumb. Okay, how about a symbiote? I guess how you say it. Okay, so it's these little guys right here. Brine wing, that's these little dudes right here. They're carnivores. Crash fish are pretty cool. Those are the ones that blow up in front of you. There's a brute shark. You can spawn him. Over to parasites, you can do like an alien robot. You can do rock grubs. You can spawn rock grubs. Rock grubs are real tiny. You can usually see them at night. Leviathans, right here. We can do like a shadow leviathan. And there he is right there above me trying to get in the water. I'm not sure where he went. There he is. Okay, so there's the shadow leviathan right there. And you don't want to get in the water while he's in there because I should have put him in deeper water. I think that's what he's trying to find, is some deeper water. But he is very vicious. You'll normally find him down in like the crystal caves. But if we hop in the water, you'll see what he looks like right here. He's really big. He's actually beautiful. It's actually really cool looking. So you don't want him to see you, that's for sure. So, because once he sees you, he's after you. All right, so there's the shadow leviathan. But that's pretty much how the trainer works, guys. I mean, everything else is just, it's all pretty much like spawn and this, and like here's your eggs. You can do a shocker egg. It just got added to the inventory. So let's see what that. See, every time I click that, it doesn't add to my inventory, and I don't know why. So, not too sure what that's all about. Don't know what the shocker egg does. So CNC, these are like your seeds. Like you can spawn seeds to plant if you want to. Land seeds, same thing. You can plant these if you spawn them into your inventory. Flora item, this is like gel sac spores, marble melon. Just keep in mind the difference between your gel sac and your gel sac spores is you can plant the gel sac spores, but you cannot plant the gel sac. The gel sac is used, and I'll show you the difference here. The gel sac is used for crafting things. The gel sac spores are used for planting and growing gel sac yourself. All right, so let's go back to the menu here. Sea spawn. So this is like stuff you can spawn, I think, in the sea green reeds. So that spawns that right there. Skelly Maw Anemone right there. I'm going to spawn a bunch of stuff here so I can just show you guys that it spawns a bunch of different things. But you got to be careful, you know, where you are when you spawn this stuff. So you might want to be in the water. I really don't want to get in the water, that shadow leviathan. But you kind of want to be, let's actually make sure that our no damage is on so that we do not get hurt if he does attack us. So if we go in here and we want to spawn something that has to do with sea spawn, you might want to make sure you're in the water when you do it. Yeah, see, he's loud too, man. He's intimidating. So for example, let me go right here and see if it works a little better if I do it like this. All right, and we'll spawn, say, like a brain coral. So there's brain coral. So yeah, it looks a lot better like that, definitely. And then a hanging stinger. Does that thing hurt you? I've never seen one of those yet. I suppose not. I suppose it doesn't hurt you. But you guys get the gist of it. You can pretty much spawn anything. Like, we go to land spawn. This is like your Chinese potato plant and your fern plant, your orange petals plant. Anything you want to spawn on land is right here. I'd recommend spawning these on land, not under the water like I'm doing. Blueprints, this is all your blueprints you can unlock. So if you want to unlock literally every blueprint, you can go to that. And I think you can click unlock all. And if you go to your inventory, okay, maybe it didn't unlock all the blueprints. Yeah, he's very intimidating. Like, yeah, he's chasing everything else. He's like the biggest creature here. Yeah, crazy. But I think we're invisible right now, so he can't see us. So let me go on down here, right here, and let me go back into that window. And right over here, guys, like I said, blueprints. I don't know if you can click unlock all and unlock everything like that. But just say if I don't have, like, let me find something I don't have unlocked. So, for example, the Recyclotron. Bam. Right there, recycle blueprint unlocked. Now, if I go to my inventory, okay, so it's not gonna light it up. And usually it shows notifications that you've unlocked new things, but it doesn't do that when you use the trainer. So I believe where I clicked unlock all, I think everything is unlocked. Yeah, so I see things here that I normally don't have in my game. So everything is pretty much unlocked now. See, there's all our modules for our sea truck. There's all the upgrades for our prawn suit and sea truck. Everything that I unlocked is now unlocked. So you can do it like that. So what I mean by that is you can go into your trainer and click, like, for example, vehicles, and click unlock all to unlock all those. Same thing with upgrades, unlock all. And then equipment and materials, same exact thing. We can unlock all those. Now, the warp is one of the ones that I find the most interesting, and we're going to use that and try to kind of get out of this place that we're in here a little bit. The warp is the one thing that I find the most interesting, and I'm going to tell you why, or I'm going to show you why. So if I go over to warp, you're going to see select items in category warp. You can literally warp to anywhere you want. And one of the places that people like to look at the most on this game, in my opinion, is the frozen Leviathan. So if you want to go to the frozen creature cage, you just go to warp and click frozen creature cave here, and it will put you right inside here. And if you turn around, you'll see the frozen creature inside of this this ice right here, and this is where he's at. Now, for example, if we want to, and right here you can scan the spy penguin. Now, for example, if you want to go somewhere else, so let's say, where else have I not been? I think I've been to all these places. I've spawned to all of them. Let's try Precursor Mineral Distiller Thermal Spires. Let's go there. Oh, slow down. Right? So this is one of those places that you scan for Alan like that. Oh, wait a minute. We're supposed to have fast scan on. What's it with that? Why is my fast scan? Is there something in my options? Let's go to options, guys. And let's go to mods. And let's go down here and see if we can speed up the scanner a little bit. There should be a way we can speed it up. Maybe not. Maybe not. You can't speed up the scanner. We have fast scan on. Oh, so I think you can select everything from here. Maybe if I go like this and I select, oh, it doesn't have the no auction option in here. It doesn't have it. It only has it in the menu. Well, that's dumb. So it has the no auction option in the menu, but not in here itself. There's resist cold. We can have that on, and I'll turn on no weather. So now what happens if I go back and I go to survival?
Warning, passing 100 meters.
Right? And then we go back into that menu. All right, we go back to that menu, options and mods. And then is, what did I select? No weather. So resist cold is ticked. Resist cold is ticked. No weather. So it's also ticked in here as well. Okay, I see how it works. All right. And then you can do no ice worm, of course, to get rid of the ice worm. If you guys want to know what this is right here, it's called quick slots. I did a tutorial on this. It's my getting started tutorial. It's part of that, so I'll link that here in the video for you guys, which I think I linked at the beginning of the video. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Again, if you want to, let me go back to creative so I ain't got to worry about my oxygen. If you want to warp anywhere, guys, just go in there and pick one of these spots, and you're going to warp to it every time, right? So you're now over here where we just warped to. What did we just warp to? So we warped to the Precursor Module Monument Arctic Kelp, I think is what this is. I think that's what this is right here. Here's another one you can scan. So you can literally go to all the modules here. I mean, not all the modules, but like all of the Allen places of Allen. If you guys have played the game, you know who I'm talking about with Allen. You can literally go to every single one, and you can scan those places. And also, guys, like if you're in a certain spot and you want to save that spot for later, they call this the beach. I don't know why they call this the beach. This does not look like a beach at all. There's no sand, and it's very deep water. So I'm not too sure why they call this the beach. Let me go back to the menu, and let's spawn to water analyzer. Let's go there and see what this is all about. I don't think okay, so that's just over in this area right here. So all right, so I see, yeah, it's another one of those. So let's go one more spot, guys, and then we'll call the video. Let's do Precursor Satellite Land. Let's do that. So we're supposed to be on land here. Oh, we are on land, actually. It says satellite land. What does it mean by satellite? Now, if you guys are getting this color right here in your game, there's only one reason for that, and that's because there's bad weather coming in. You have no weather selected. So if you get this color in your game, when you come up out of the water, make sure you go to your menu and deselect no weather. It will fix it right up, okay? That's the only reason that's there. So it does it like that. If there's bad weather going on, you got no weather ticked, then it will show that color. So just kind of, keep that in mind. Oh, I see where it's at now. This is over where Margaret lives, on the iceberg. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. What I was going to tell you is if you go to a spot and you want to save it, so for example, if I want to save, say like this spot right here, I would go over to that menu, and you guys see right here where it says add current position to list. So you can go like that, and you can add it, and it will add it to your list. And I'm trying to see where that would be at. Research base 0 entry pool. I didn't see that a while ago. Research. This is a research base 0 entry pool. Oh, okay. I see where it is now. I see what it's talking about. Man, I really got to move my guy back and forth to get him moving after I mess with that warp, man. It really, the trainer in general, it really messed with. I see where it's taking me to. I know where I'm at now. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. It didn't add the current current position. I don't know why it didn't do that. Let me move a little further down here and see if that works. Because if certain things aren't working, then I want to make sure that. Of course I didn't get oxygen. Of course I didn't. Let me go up and get O2, guys, so I can, and then cut my oxygen completely off where it's not draining on me. I can't remember to do it. Oh, it's off. It's off. Oh, it's just using the oxygen when I'm boosting. It's using my O2. Yeah. All right. So let's just say for example we want to save this spot right here. All right. Let's try to save this spot right here. My goodness, give me some daylight. I can't stand the darkness on this game. It aggravates me so bad because it seems like there's more darkness than day. Let's go to always day. So let's go to add current position to list. And did it add it? So we don't know. Okay, right here, yeah, user ice 1. So that's where it's going to spawn you at every time. Now you can. Okay, so how do you select it to? How do you select it to? Select, remove. Oh, there's no way to really select it. I don't see a way to select it, man. I don't see a way to select it to remove it. Anyway, that's how you do that, guys. As y'all can see, most of 98% of it works pretty much. The other part, is just minor stuff that probably doesn't really matter if it works or not. But that is pretty much it, guys. That is how you install and operate the cheat manager for Subnautica Below Zero. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, share, comment. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Until next time, everyone, God bless you all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all in the next video.